Man, it has been a while since I've done this. Whew. Oh, look at me. I'm soft. Hi. Here's the kitty right there. Man, they have changed up StreamYard, man. StreamYard is something else. Man, StreamYard has gotten so expensive. Just for your core plan and all that, though. What the fuck? Yeah, I'm looking at the core plans over here, man. It is something else. $431 for like a full years of oh my god. Jesus Christ, StreamYard. Did inflation really get y'all too? It really did, no. You're just getting greedy. For perks. So come on, man. Oh man. It is 8/34, December 27th. And man, I gotta tell you, man, it has been way, way too long since I've live streamed. Way, way, way too long. I know everybody's out and about right now, though. It is Friday night. But yes, we're out and about. Figured it'd be kind of nice to break out some Japanese whiskey as well. Kind of bring this back a little. Say Christmas present my wife gave me.
Hello.
It's all blurry. Hold on.
Oh, you're fine.
Are you good? Yeah, I got the blurry background on there too. So. Oh shit! Are there? Yo, what up, Aydan? Whoop whoop. How you been, fam? You have to forgive me. I've hold on a second. It's been a while since I've done this too, so you have to forgive me. Oop. Yeah, my account hasn't been all right. Hey, all right's better than bad if you ask me too, man. That feels that, man. Cheers. Woof. Good wine cask whiskey right there. Yeah, other than that though, man, just I've been working a lot though, man. I've been working so much. I've been having to learn so much at my new job right now, man. I gotta tell you, man. Whew. I don't have the bandwidth like I used to for these past 11 months, man. It's been nuts. Also, I got 4 more people watching up in here. Hey, thanks, man. Well, just originally I thought I was gonna be. I honestly thought I was gonna be, kind of walking away from this. Hang on, let me hold on a second. I honestly thought I was actually gonna be walking away from all this though, but I still, had the itch to go. Honestly though, man, it was just at the time, it just wasn't the time to be doing stuff like that though. Here, I'm gonna pin this up top though if y'all want to join in. I'm gonna go and pin this up top though for everybody who wants to join in. Join in on the chat too, man. So Where do I begin? I know I've been, kind of uploading and just doing stuff off and on. I kind of, walked away from the channel for a little bit though, and I thought I was going to be saying goodbye though, but um, honestly though, it was, what's the best way I could say it though? It was a mixture of just getting life together and trying to just like get things moving again though, because last time I live streamed was September of last year, I believe that's what it was. I've since then deleted a lot of those live streams though, because a lot of it was just kind of it was just a lot of mundane stuff, throughout the pandemic, stuff that was cool. The other stuff, I really didn't want to hold on to and stuff like that. And then we know health problems started happening, for the family and I though. That's basically, what happened. And then after trying to get those affairs in order too and everything else, what was so difficult was, one, I just didn't have the funds to keep oh shit, what, there he is.
Yo, can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I can hear you. For some reason my I don't know why it's like, for some reason my fucking, I don't know why it's showing, I don't know what's making you here, let me try this off real quick. Yeah, but I can hear you.
Yeah, I got this hat.
Oh,
It's like little Bluetooth speakers.
wait, hold on a second. Yeah, for some reason it's I hear you on my other monitor for whatever reason.
Oh, the other monitor?
Yeah, on my other monitor for some reason. I don't know what the deal is.
Yeah.
That's so weird. Hold on. I'm trying to make sure that everything.
Gotta configure all the shit.
Yeah, I don't know why it does that. My PC's been a little bit weird that way though. There's no reason for it to be like that. All right. I guess we'll just roll with the punches. How have you been, man?
It's been quite a strange year. Had a falling out with some friends. My grandfather passed away in July.
Oh, no kidding. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah. So I just been fighting through it and shit. Oh, I did get to go see two shows this year. I went to the St. Louis stop on the Hallowicked Train to Terror tour, and I did Fago Armageddon with my little brother and my friend. Well, he didn't
Oh
get on.
yeah.
My brother did. And then the week after that, I saw Long Live Evil, like Zool, super famous, and SON at Pops and shit. So it was the first time seeing the Long Live Evil roster live. So that was pretty nice.
Oh, that's
And
badass, dude.
yeah, I'm trying to configure, what I'm going to do for 2025, get my life back on track, try to attend some shows and shit. Man, there are so many annual events in the underground this year, like besides the gathering and shit.
There has been a lot over there, though. I was gonna say, uh, Twiztid's gonna be on tour with Fear Factory, and they're gonna be here in March, and
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to that though, because like two of my favorite groups right there.
they're going to be here in April, but I'm going to be honest, I've seen Twiztid plenty of times, like 3 times and stuff, and I'm not feeling a whole bunch of their like most recent stuff. But I'll tell you this, that Chainsmoker 2 is probably one of the albums of this year. I'll tell you that. Shit was
I
nice.
agree, it's pretty good. Yeah,
Oh, I like
not everybody's really down, with their direction and rock though, but they're having fun with it though, and I was like, that's cool. I mean, if it's not your flavor,
yeah,
I mean, some people want chocolate, some people want vanilla.
yeah, yeah. I'll always be. I always still fuck with Twiztid, but them and the Clowns' most recent shit is kind of hit or miss to me. That's why I'm liking the stuff from the newer groups like C17 and Long Live Evil,
Mm-hmm.
because they're gonna be the continuation with shit.
Yeah, I'm waiting on the when it comes to ICP though. I'm waiting on that on the 6 of the second deck though, man, because I really want to know how they're gonna end this saga of Joker card though. I mean,
I hope it
I,
makes the last Joker's card too, because not a
yeah,
fan.
because they don't have it in them to do 6 and then another 5 though, because that I have been enjoying though what they've been doing with JCW too.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
I like Shaggy and Devereaux's producers. Don't get me wrong; they're nice guys, very talented producers. But they need to stick to producing for Ouija, Mac, and Darby O'Trill, in my opinion.
Mhm.
Because I was
Yeah,
just I'm not feeling them at all. I couldn't get past like the first 4 tracks, and I listened to that shit 8 times at full length, but
mhm.
just wasn't feeling it.
I mean, I've been liking that Gibby Styles guy too. He's been collaborating with Twiztid lately too.
Oh man,
Um,
Gibby Stites. I mean, he
yeah,
had one decent song, but I couldn't personally get into him. Uh,
yeah, yeah, he's all right though. He's all right. He's not bad. I've been listening to a bunch of other stuff too. Like lately for me though, I've kind of been on a metal twist too. I've also picked up I don't know if you saw on my YouTube post though, but I picked up for Christmas. I ended up getting a couple of piano video game soundtrack covers too, though, which I've been really enjoying
I didn't
too.
see that, but I did see you playing the I did see you playing that Halloween vinyl. I think it was Cryptic Collection or whatever they had on vinyl.
Oh yeah, that's actually one of my favorites too. It's like one thing I also love about it though is like I really wish they would have kept Spider Thing and Nightmares on it though. And I actually when I picked up the finally they've fully released Sammy and Witch Killers too. That I was really pumped for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's been some good releases this year. I like Chainsmoker 2. I liked the I like some of the shit Ouija dropped this year. Darby's
Mhm.
killing it. What a who else is on there for this year? Super Famous Funtime Guys' new album was decent. Zool dropped an alright EP. I mean, it's not as good as Church of Zool, but I can't wait for their record that's being produced by Mikey Clark, and they dropped a single coming up for it and shit.
Yeah, dude, my Clark's been killing it lately too.
Yeah. Oh, that re-recording of Rock the Dead. Holy shit. That was
Hell
great.
yeah. I
I seen
enjoyed
you.
it, yeah.
I seen you at the Green Book tour too. Lucky bastard. They didn't even hit my city.
That was a lot of fun too, man. I just meeting up, with a bunch of other juggalos that I grew up with, just around that time when it came back. It was good. Almost like about 90% of the ninjas that were there were ones that I actually saw at the original Green Book tour when it happened here. It was a lot of fun though, man. And fucking Blaze and ABK killed it too. What is it? Who else? Who else was on that tour? Fucking yeah. I actually saw Red Star with another. What is it? I saw Red Star with. They came here with another band. I don't remember who they came here with, but yeah, they came here with another band though. They killed it. Trying to remember who it was though. It's been to a couple of shows around here.
So how was your Christmas? My Christmas went great.
My Christmas was exhausting, but it was really good.
Yeah. I got some new merch for Christmas. Got some gift cards. I got the coolest gift that I got was my aunt, because she's a huge fan of Charlie Brown. She got me the 5 levels of hot Charlie Brown hot sauce and stuff, and I tried those earlier. And dude, that Carolina Reaper and that Ghost Pepper didn't do shit to me. My heat tolerance is high. And another cool gift I got was my mom got me a physical copy in perfect condition of Peter Jackson's King Kong the video game, and I'm able to play it for fucking my Xbox Series X and shit.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, and it's like one of the rarest 360 games out there and shit. And I've been wanting to play it for years, but recently I've been playing the Kill La Kill fighting game, just grinding on that. But I do got to get back to the King Kong shit.
Nice. Yeah, especially with the 360's servers still going offline.
But yeah, man, like with the other annual events and shit, like I've been talking with some of my homies about it. We've been talking about like the future of the underground, like, hey, what's exactly going to happen, when the clowns, finally stop, or when, Twiztid finally stops. And they all said pretty much like the new groups are going to take over. A lot of people, this is something really interesting I've seen, like regarding the gathering. I still got to go to my first for next year, but a lot of people are actually preferring like going to other annual events over the gathering now. Like there's Juggle Ohio, which is like Ouija's annual 2-day show, and there's the Float, which is Tom Wood's thing that goes down in Arkansas. Camp Zool, which is Zool's shit that goes on. Hallowicked, Big Ballers.
Yeah, they're providing a lot, of other different, alternatives for other places that you can't go, or if you just can't make it to. I think that's pretty awesome, though. Being able to spread out like that, though, because like it can't just be one or the other. Sometimes it's just like how there's a Fright Fest on Hallowicked and all that though, or you got Astronomicon and the Gathering and stuff like that. Over here, we used to here in Dallas Fort Worth back in 07, we had Cyanide Entertainment's Death Fest. They used to run like a bunch of horrorcore artists, throughout like from all day. They were trying to do one from all day though, and I met what is it? I met Razakil, I met Sicktanic, and I met Two Clips from Serial Killing Records that there as well. This is back in 07, and I was really hoping they would do more of that though, but then they kind of just went off and did something else, and it was eventually SKR did something called Gorefest, I think that's what it was called.
Yeah, Gorf. Oh, that too. A lot of people were preferring Gorefest over the Gathering as well. A lot of the reasons people say that like they're not feeling the gatherings is because of the lineups and shit. The ticket pricing is getting a little too expensive. The clowns are running their course. The vibe is a lot different now because the family era is technically dead or whatever and shit. I mean, those new groups really are taking over. Like I've seen footage of this year's gathering, and like 98% of the crowd was wearing that like lazy and crazy shit and was barely wearing any like Hatchetman shit. I was just like, whoa, what the fuck? What is all this shit? And I'm not gonna lie, lazy and crazy's fire merch, but they're definitely.
I mean, it's a sign of the times, though. It really is, man. Honestly, I think it's just a sign of the times too. Not to mention, age catches up, and then eventually, what's going to happen though is like, one group's going to take over, and then one. It's just sign of the times. You know what I mean? Eventually, it's like how Snoop Dogg, addressed Kendrick Lamar. It was like passing the torch to him.
Yep.
Yeah, man. It's different. Just in the era of underground music right now too. What I find funny though is like most recently, well, if you want to call it recent, was seeing D-Loc bring back the second run of Cottonmouth Kings, but filling it with Dog Boy, Judge G, and Taxman as well.
Yeah,
I thought that was pretty cool. It's definitely caught my attention, not my ire, but it's definitely got my attention. I was like, okay, this is interesting because I like Judge D.
It's interesting, but I don't think it's going to work out the way they think it's going to work out. I mean, I heard that they talked to Daddy X a little bit and everything, but we haven't really heard from him. Saint Dog's dead. Pakalika's dead. I told you the story of when I met Johnny Richter and how weird he was fucking acting. Yeah. Oh, and then right after I told you that story, Carlos, that dude did check himself into rehab for a couple months. I was like, yep, I knew it. He was on some shit.
Yeah. I met Johnny Richter at the third annual Strange Noise Tour in 2010. He was opening up, and then Big B was there, and then it was Cut Calhoun and Chris Calico doing that with Earth the Phenom. Fucking Cut Calhoun stole the show that night, though, and it was with a head PE as well.
Yep. Yeah, we were just Suburban Noise earlier. It's crazy how they went from being like the third biggest label in underground hip hop, but now like they hardly attract any views. They only get like 100-some views on their like YouTube videos now, which is crazy. Like how they just falling off.
I'll slightly disagree with that for just one thing, and that's mainly how YouTube has changed in the past 2 years, mainly because they've become so. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to not just say just so sensitive, but that's also they've become so targeted based on what kind of demographics that they're trying to pull to.
Right.
And I've been paying attention to the landscape and all that though.
Shadow banned and shit like that. I know what you're saying.
I wouldn't say they're not necessarily shadow banned though. It's just advertisers are changing all over the place nowadays too. And the one thing I don't like about the advertisers nowadays, they're just like, well, we don't want do you not want to see people like make it to? Not to mention how much crowdfunding has been a thing too. Patreon has been a thing too. ICP does it. Twiztid has a Patreon. I think that's what they do. Yeah, but everybody has a Patreon nowadays, and just giving out extra flavor, which I can get behind though, because it's even including the the membership status on YouTube channels too, which I've got available too, but I've really got nothing to offer right now when it comes to membership statuses. So that's why I don't do it.
Right. I get your point on that.
But yeah, other than that though, I mean, like Strange is still going to it. Tech is still killing it though, man. Tech,
Tech still killing it.
Tech,
How big Jelly Roll got is insane to me. Like, who would have thought that that guy would be the #1 country singer in the world?
bro, everybody's trying to go country, even Beyonce. But yeah, I agree with you.
Dude, and the fact that like that guy, on top of him being like a big country pop star, what up, Spooky Tuesday?
What
Is
up,
after
Greg?
even though he's a big country pop star, the dude never forgot where he came from. Like every interview, he talks about, Lil White putting him on, coming from the underground scene, talking about the jugs and shit. Hell, at his show in Detroit, he brought out Twiztid as a surprise opener, and they performed "We Don't Die." So it was interesting
Yep.
seeing Jamie and Paul in the middle of the fucking arena and shit in front of all these like country music fans performing "We Don't Die" and shit. And a lot of them are looking like, "What the hell is this shit?" But the real ones know, yeah, this is where
Oh
Jelly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Now just now spooky. Just it's been a while since I've done one of these too. Got Aydan right here too. Got my boy Craig on here as well, man. Man, just trying to find a fun way to end. This year I was gonna go out to free play and go do a whole barcade thing though, but I think this year I'm just gonna try to just stay in and just kind of just kick back and just relax. Do do all the crazy drinking and all the fun shit at home this year though, because this holiday season was a clusterfuck and a half, but we pulled it off.
Right.
Yeah, but other than that though, yeah, for Christmas I got 5 actually this year I went to more conventions than I did concerts though. Mm. I went to Anime Fest. I went to Anime Frontier most recently. We went to Fan Expo. My sister met the guy who voices who does the motion capture and voice for Carl Heisenberg on Resident Evil Village.
Nice.
Yeah, she also does a Carl Heisenberg cosplay too.
Yeah. For events wise, I'm just trying to think of what I could do for 2025 because I got to make it to my first gathering, at least go to one gathering before as a bucket list item. Like even if I don't go once and don't go back, it'll be fine with me. Because like I said, the gathering's run its course, and I'm sorry, but it's been in Legend Valley like way too many times. Like Legend Valley is an all right venue, but there's so many other better places, and it's also like a venue for EDM scene kids too, and like Wasteland shit.
Yeah, that's true.
But, like it just got repetitive. I'll tell you this: last year though did have a decent lineup and shit. How they got fucking like King Gordy back, DJ Paul actually put on a good set this time. Dayton Family, Gangsta Nip, Twisted Insane.
Yeah. Hell yeah, King Gordy, man, it's good to see him. He's still kind of hiding out but doing his shit though.
Yeah, he because what did he do? He did the Gathering this year. He did Fright Fest opening for House of Crazies. He did the Samhain ceremony with Arms of Evil.
Damn, dude. Hey, Craig, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I remember you telling me about that on one of my comments earlier this year too, man. Hey, it's rough out there right now, man. But hopefully things will get better for you, man. You got us in your prayers, bro. But yeah, you were saying?
Sorry about your dad. And then on top of it, because like my new group of friends are like, oh, you should start, coming to camp. You should, make it to your first Camp Zool too. And then on top of it, around the same time that Camp Zool's happening, they decide. Tom Wood announces that they're deciding to have the float in June and not in September like they always do. So it's like shit, I really gotta jug around, get my life back together. Get on my.
No, I know how you feel. Yeah, like for me though, it's like I've got medical bills. My wife and I, we got medical bills we got to pay for. We're just trying to put money back in the bank too, because right before I had my gallbladder surgery last year, which by the way I'm officially 1 year out not having my gallbladder. Shit has changed since that happened. But after that though, I ended up losing my job because the fucking lab that I work for shit canned me in the middle of recovery. Never bothered to check in on me, and they cited me for job abandonment while I was recovering at home from surgery.
Damn, that sucks.
Yeah, I would sell them out though, but they will sue if I don't have any kind of evidence proving otherwise and putting it out there. So that's not worth it.
Right on. Right. Pick your battles and which hills you want to die on.
Oh yeah, I know, and I lamented on that for a little while though, specifically whenever I was in the middle of the job market too. It sucked. I interviewed for like 10 different companies, this year. And the company that I work for right now, they'll finally pick me up after doing a follow-up interview because they were in the middle of structuring because they're a startup company, which honestly though actually ended up being really good. But oh shit, what up, Greg? Hey, let's take out my money back. Have a house number whether still best. Hey man, just hang in there though, man. It's gonna get better, man.
Yep, hang in there.
It's gonna take some time though, but you know it's gonna get better.
Yeah.
Hey Craig.
Oh.
Hey Craig, I got something for you too, man. How come you don't ever jump on, dude, man? Because you've been on here forever, man. I've got your email as well. You should jump on here, man. Have a chat, man. Finally have a formal conversation or something like that, man. You're one of the most dedicated guys on the Pot of Positivity right now, man. And you and Spooky and a few other people, man. You should join the fucking you should join the conversation, bro. I mean, forgive me. I've been up since 5 this morning too, so
it's been a couple months since I've been on a stream card shit. I'm not gonna lie, it feels pretty refreshing.
You know, it is for me too, though. You know, I haven't live streamed anything since I had to stop, live streaming on Kick too. That well, if I knew how I would. All you really need to do is just create a what is it? Just go on StreamYard's website, just create a quick account. And what's really cool, you can stream through your phone too. Like, just have your phone plugged in. And you could just come. I could pop you in though. You could just talk through your microphone. It's real easy, dude.
Yep, I'm on phone right now.
Yeah, Aydan's on his phone right now.
Yeah, with my.
But yeah, other than that though, I haven't streamed since I had to stop streaming on Kick though, because, and I'm not gonna lie, I also wanted to talk about one of the reasons why I also stopped streaming on Kick. So I had built up a pretty good. I was starting to build up a pretty good community over there. Which, by the way, I also need to give a shout out to. Hold on, let me pull her up real quick. Hold on. I really haven't used my Twitter in a while though, so I'm gonna show everybody this. Hold on, where's she at?
Yeah, I was wondering where Kick streams had gone.
What's that?
I was wondering where your Kick streams had gone, because for a while I did delete my Kick app, just to like clear some junk out and stuff like that. And I haven't been a whole bunch of social media not too often, since my grandfather had passed in July and shit. Like, that was such a fucking setback. Like, he was lucky to get an extra year because he was supposed to die last year because he was diagnosed with stomach cancer, but just unexpected heart attack just hit like that.
Yeah, that'll happen, man. It really will. Between here doing laundry. Yeah, I hear you, man. Hold on one second. Presentation, screen share. I also want to give a shout out to Sophia. Sophia 199213. Sophia was the one who did my artwork for on Kick as well. Hold on.
Nice.
And if you don't know, she yeah. Sophia did the artwork for on Kick that I commissioned. I commissioned her to do what is it? To do artwork for me though for my Kick channel though, because at the time I was trying to build a brand for that. And there we go. And at the time though, while I was in the middle of streaming with Kick, there was at the time there was just a bunch of games that were just coming out though that were really, really not. What's what I'm looking for? I just weren't interested in playing at the time, because I had played through Elden Ring, I played through Final Fantasy 6, I played through Dark Souls 3 for everybody. In front of everybody. I also did what else did I do? Maju. I did ActRaiser 2, and just a bunch of other stuff though. And I was really trying to keep everybody kind of just. I wanted to try to keep their attention going too. And a lot of times though, it's. I got really, really sick of Call of Duty. I'll tell you that, man.
Oh, dude, I'm with you in the same boat and shit. Like, everybody's been hyping up this Black Ops shit, the 6, which Black Ops 6 is probably the best Black Ops they came out with since 2. But honestly, all the Call of Duties just pretty much feel the same. And I know you used to clown on people for saying that about Call of Duty, but
Right.
it just feels like it's the same game, repackaged. Spend $70. It's 100 something gigabytes on top of it too, and you're just like,
I
what the
know.
fuck?
What up, Jeff? I'm doing good, man. Just it's been a while. It's been a while since I've been on here, man. Now just talking shop with Aydan right now.
Yep.
But another thing too is like right whenever, because in the middle of all that though, whenever I was in the midst of trying to, like, before I started working at my previous job, I was kind of doing that to try to supplement my income, and I was looking to try to get sponsorships at the time. Now, I had reached out to a couple of or like I had reached out to a couple of sponsors, but at the time, my I was getting a little overwhelmed with having to juggle some things I had to do, in my personal life, and not to mention when I started working, I was trying to juggle my job and trying to do that as well. Life just kind of took over there too, and then whenever I had to have my gallbladder surgery, and then I was able to kind of just when I was at recovery, I was going to try to do that and try to circumvent some time to recover, but also try to make some extra money at the time. But it was just Kick started getting a really bad rap, and it was really hard to try to get people coming over there though, because Kick became such a cesspool. And it's been by and say hi.
Right.
It's been a while. Yeah, man. Hey, man. Thanks for coming by too, man. Watch wrestling videos, just picking up CDs of Eminem, new Body Count album. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Some iced tea. But yeah, during that time though, it was just Kick has a bad rep though. It's a cesspool of shit though that don't get me wrong, you've got some more freedom over there, but man, all the bad apples made their way over there so quickly, and it was really hard.
Oh, no surprise. There's other alternative sites like YouTube and shit. Like not necessarily on Rumble, but if you've heard of channels like BitChute or Odyssey and shit like that, I tried to stumble onto there just to see what it was about and everything. And of course, because they're more free speech and stuff like that. Like the first thing I saw was just like a bunch of load of like crazy shit that you just wouldn't be allowed to say on YouTube. Like, I can't say exactly what it's talked about because I don't want to get you striked or whatever. But
no, you're good. This will be privated. If anything goes bad.
Yeah.
But yo, I know what you mean though. I looked at Rumble and I looked at Odyssey. Rumble was. I don't know how to explain Rumble to me though, because like Rumble just felt like a copy and paste, just black and green instead of just black and red. But you know what? So is Odyssey. If you look at it, Odyssey kind of like try to push the whole crypto thing too. If you think if I think it's what it was. I actually tried to like literally copying pasting my entire YouTube channel on Odyssey, but a lot of things got mixed up when I was trying to migrate everything over there. And I spent about a day trying to get everything corrected. I was like, this is too much of a headache. But other than that, though, I mean, I've considered giving, live streaming, on the side to try though. But I come home and I'm not here, and I'm here from. If I'm able to beat traffic, I can be home at about 4:55 to 5 o'clock, and even then, man, my job is so mentally draining too, man. So
no, I get it. I definitely got to get back into the workforce and get myself a job because I tried to find a couple jobs this year, but just did not have the luck for it. All the jobs just quickly went away, and then I found out Indeed, people on Indeed were posting like ghost jobs so they could steal your information and shit. I was like, what?
Yep. I have a story actually that happened to me recently. So a lot of staffing companies that I called at the time, were out of town staffing companies, and they just had like these leads that I would hold on to. I may have had for about 4 months, I had like 4 different leads that I was holding on to that were just dicking me around, like, oh, well, here we haven't heard anything yet. And then there was another one out in Chicago that told me about about some leads that I had open in my hometown. So oh shit, a month-long mail strike. God damn, dude.
Whoa.
Holy shit.
Jesus.
Oh man, Amazon must Amazon must have been bad. But yeah, they they posted up a lot of shadow jobs out there too, and just yeah, and like I must have applied like 20 to 40 different applications, a week, just trying to get that down. Sometimes a day, and I would get staffing companies calling me. I even like I went to like staffing companies in my town to like submit stuff though. But man, even the fucking warehouses were ghost jobs too. It was stupid.
Yeah.
So yeah, everybody who was unemployed this year, man, they really bit the bullet, man. And I was pissed for about 7 months, dude, because like I had a pretty good resume out there too. I even had some people that wanted to review that quote unquote wanted to review my resume, saying, "Well, for $59.99 an hour, I can rewrite your resume and submit it to you." Got been forced them back to work to renegotiate their contracts come May. Dude, did you hear about the strike that Amazon is having in Long Island, New York?
I've heard some about that.
Yeah, it's the strike that they're having out in New York though, and out in Long Island. Yeah, they had planned to do so, and then they ended up kind of blocking it off a little bit, and then what is it? Do you watch Asmon Gold by any chance?
Oh yeah, I got people in my family that watch a little bit of Asmon Gold and shit like that.
Yeah, guy's really smart.
I know my mom has been getting into the YouTube game. She watches like a weird chick drama and stuff like that, courtroom cases, true crime stuff. Watches a few YouTube commentators and stuff. Odin's Men got his channel struck. She hasn't been watching him in a while.
Yeah, Jameson Travels. Yeah, I know who he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still watch him too. I like his commentary, and with everything being so political these past few months too, though. I discovered this Korean dude, Decoy Voice. The guy is hilarious, number one, but he actually goes straight to the point about issues that are like in a video and stuff like that, specifically all the political stuff that was going through. And man, I got to tell you, I have never ever seen so many people so divided. It was dumb.
You want to know a good commentator I've watched? And I hardly watch him anymore because I had to detox myself from the political bullshit. But look up who Brian Young of High Impact Flicks is. Dude is like anti-two-party, completely unbiased, forms his own opinions. He's also got a channel called Here's the Deal where he exposes like police brutality as well. Very well spoken, like speaks his cases pretty well and everything like that.
Oh, I've seen this dude before. Yeah.
The crazy thing is this dude is so insanely intelligent, and people absolutely just refuse to debate him on top of it as well. Or people have been scared to debate him somewhat. He actually had if you ever heard of the conservative rapper Anomaly, that dude ended up blocking him and shit. Which was
Anomaly? I think so.
He was the guy that tried to front he was anti-two-party and all that stuff, but then he went back to drinking the Trump Kool-Aid.
I wouldn't necessarily. Everybody who follows a politician is drinking somebody's Kool-Aid. I mean, here the way I saw it though, this political race though was people eating Cheetos or drinking the Cackling Chiefs brew. Because that's what fucking Decoy Voice called Kamala, the Cackling Chief, because she's always laughing at everything.
What's his name from The Daily Show was trying to interview juggalos at the gathering, asking who they were voting for, and a majority of them were just neither, or I don't vote, the system's a scam. And then of course, because he interviews Violent J, and Violent J's mom was a Democrat, he says, he's voting for Kamala and stuff. And then they put this big ass headline or whatever saying ICP officially endorses Kamala Harris when they didn't even ask for Shaggy's input.
Here's the thing that here's the thing I have with specific media here in America, because a lot of media outlets out nowadays, or for the longest time though, they're either democratically influenced or republicly influenced too. One thing that I've been seeing too, when it comes to getting opinions on our country, I have been looking at other news sources outside of our country that do reports on our country, the BBC and Sky News Australia. they look at our stuff like from the outside looking in, and it's amazing the opinions that they have on us too. And I'm like, okay, this is interesting. But yeah, it's like
I've seen Sky
it's
News.
funny.
It's pretty funny, but yeah, that high impact flicks. Well, his new channel name is called Disturbing the Illusion or whatever. But here's the deal, or Brian as I call him and stuff. I hope he doesn't mind doxing. Well, he probably doesn't because we already know his real name. But like, he's the one that I watch the most when I get a chance sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and plus I like people. I like looking at like outlets that influence. Both like what is it that encourage dialogue between each other though. You know what I'm saying? Not to sit there and just say like, well, you voted for one side, like, oh no, you're homophobic, you're a racist. Oh, well, you're this, you're that. Though that's just name calling. It's stupid high school bullshit.
Yeah, of course.
And it's like you can't vote, and then people have it in their heads that like you can't vote for somebody, and suddenly you're this and that though, just because of you're
gosh,
chosen.
there's a lot of that weird political gatekeeping in our community and other communities and stuff. Like I've seen something on Instagram saying like you can't be punk rock and be a conservative, and you can't be goth and be conservative because it goes against the values. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. Oh, so I'm not going to say any names, but there was a Juggalo YouTuber I was watching, and they were talking about who the potential lineup was going to be for the next gathering of the Juggalos. And throughout the entire time, he's sitting there scrolling through a list of people that people are recommending to perform. And he's like, oh, we can't have this person perform here. They got allegations. We have to believe all this and stuff. And I'm just like, oh, gosh. And then, just going on a political tangent. Oh, we can't have Waka Flocka Flame come back to the gathering. He said he wasn't for Biden and stuff like that. I'm like, dude, it's the gathering of the Juggalos. Nobody's going to care when you get Waka Flocka Flame there and think, oh, that's the guy that doesn't like Biden. They're going to see him as a previous performer and one of the originators of 2010's hip hop, who's got a bunch of knows how to party it up. Like nobody cares about that shit. And then I guess some people were rubbed the wrong way because Isham said he wasn't fucking with Kamala Harris, and it's like, yo, there's no way they're gonna try to cancel the Godfather of the Wicked shit. Like
you can't cancel him. You know why you can't cancel him though? Because people don't like the truth though and shit like that. And people, who listen to others like that though, people who listen to others, openly, without even having the audacity of at least saying, hey, listen to the other side, hear this. It's probably not going to be anybody saying something anything hostile. But then again, though, this is what happens when you have a bunch of people who live in an echo chamber and only hear what they want to hear. And it's real easy for someone to take one word and then twist it in the middle of a debate between others, and then that becomes a narrative. In that sense, man, it really is. And by the way, Craig, yeah, good riddance to her too. All right, guys that didn't show up, barely spoke English, and could follow instructions, but they stayed. Yeah, well, you know what? That's pretty much any job here in America too, though. Just kind of the ones who work hard always get criticized the most, and the ones who don't work don't ever get criticized by anything because it's usually somebody in their little clique. But that's human nature, though. It really is. That's human nature, though. And then humans are fragile, though. That's all I can really say. They're fragile, and people nowadays prefer to talk with their emotions rather than their logic.
Right.
And I'm like, I just like those people talk. I distance myself from people who have the mentality of you were guilty until proven innocent. I distance myself from those kind of people too, though, because they're ignorant.
Dude, that movement of like believe all women is like crazy. It's like, so we just have to take, somebody's word, automatically believe them just because of their gender. Like no sense of due process or looking into it and everything. Like that shit's nuts to me. And the person who started that movement, fun fact, her husband was accused of, sexual assault by 3 different women, but she said they're all liars. The woman who started that movement, yeah, her husband,
of course,
but she said, they're all liars. And I'm pretty sure you know what I'm talking about, but I can't say because I ain't trying to get you Shadow
Man. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Ridiculous. Oh well, though it's probably old anyway. Moving on.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, just I wanted to jump on here, just kind of just check in on everybody, see how everybody's doing. Yeah, and this is good. This is good catching up with everybody too. Craig, you, Jeff, Spooky, showing up too, and oh yeah, and Akron's favorite goblin went into hiding for a few months and came back. That was hilarious.
I haven't heard a whole bunch about him for like an entire year, and it's honestly refreshing because I needed a detox of that crap.
It is Schadenfreude at its finest. If anybody doesn't know what that means, it's a German word. So only the Germans can come up with a word called that means the definition of being the the joy of other people's misfortunes. Schadenfreude. I see it every day, though, at least. And unfortunately, people have had it at my expense, too, especially when it comes to pro wrestling. Being a little selective. I don't need the drama anymore. I'm too old to play BS games. I'm in my 50s and over the nonsense. Dude, I'll be 38 next year, too, man. I've been over, bullshit in the workplace.
Okay, I perform this final move, and then I'll be able to get the trophy. I'm playing this Kill la Kill fighting game. Very underrated and slept on, but I'm just like, I played this more than the King Kong game I got. It's ridiculous, but it's just too damn addicting.
Oh, yeah. Shit. Yeah, definitely, Jeff. And on that note, hold on a second. So what kind of goals do you, other than trying to go to shows and whatnot, though, what
just get my health back on order, get back to working and everything, like rebuild myself after this crappy year that I've had, changing myself as a person. Like I got to get in with a therapist, back to my dentist and a new doctor and all this other stuff.
That here on the dental side, though, yeah, I definitely want to work on my dental health too, because I need to get a new bridge from my molars too. So
yeah,
and want to get that done and get my teeth cleaned up a little bit, and I just want to put money in the bank, man. Life's expensive right now.
Yeah. This year was an absolute test on my character. Like there was just a lot I had to deal with.
Oh yeah, this year was a shit year. You know what I mean? It's ended great though, but it was a shit year, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
I agree, Jack. I agree, Craig, man. Some places just don't go past that maturity level too, especially at the workplace. Some people are, I've worked with some.
What's up? Not do the mistakes, not repeat the same mistakes I made in 2020, because that shit was definitely life changing. Like all the bullshit I went through that year, and I had like a temporary villain arc for a while, but I don't want to go back to being that. So I got to, I got to go to a therapist to understand myself, figure out the problems that I had, and just try to work my way through it. I gotta be the best revenge I can have is, to live a life of happiness, because, I get angry about, I kept getting angry over people messing screwing me over too many times and trying to get back at them, but it was just costing myself in the end. And on top of it, the best thing to do is to have is to finish your redemption arc and not go back to your villain arc. And on top of it, what else was I going to say? I just lost my train of thought. Oh, the redemption arc too. And try to, be at peace with myself.
Peace is a hard thing to come by, though, man. And the hardest battles that you have are the ones that are from within too. And another thing too, a lot of people don't realize though is the villain doesn't necessarily mean that you're just the bad guy. Everybody's the bad guy in somebody's story, even if you're doing something good. And sometimes, what they say, superheroes tend to sugarcoat the truth while the villains tell the truth. So who's really being honest? So honestly, you're just being good. You're just being, truthful to yourself and everybody else, but they don't want to listen. Right. So, and in that sense too, it's more along the lines of, okay, and if you made mistakes on the way, hey, if you've always been the villain, they'll be the best goddamn villain you can be. Besides, there's a reason why I love being a heel in pro wrestling too.
Right.
Besides, there's a difference between being, the bad guy in somebody else's story and being an absolute menace. Trust me, being a menace is the worst, as fun as it is. I'm 42, going through the same thing, having to do all the health stuff. My body is now paying for all the fun I had when he was younger. Dude, hey Jeff, I'll tell you this right now, dude. You'd be surprised how easy it is to live a better life when you're stretching more and just working out just a little bit, because you're not just doing your heart and your body, a favor too, but you're also doing your mind a favor too, though, because when we wake up in the morning, though, when we're compressed, from trying to be curled up, trying to keep warm, you forget that sometimes, like the blood flow. Once the blood flows in the body, the blood flows to the brain too. And the best you can do about that, though, is make sure you keep those going whenever they need to, and rest when you need to as well. So make sure you're doing that, though, man. You'd be doing yourself a lot of favors too, because sometimes nowadays 40 is the new 30. So try to get on that. Try to get on that, that band, not necessarily the bandwagon, but try to get on that own train yourself. You have to take multiple meds. Hey, it's different for everybody though, so everybody is their own, individual selected case too. So, but
Right.
you know what I take on a daily basis? I take 2 men's multivitamins, and I take 500 milligrams of vitamin C, because one, I want to try to work on having a better immune system, specifically after coming out of the pandemic. 2, after having my gallbladder taken out, though, I've been getting it. I've been getting a little bit sicker in different ways, though, but at the same time, I've also been getting better. So I've just noticed that too. And 3, I've had to learn how to eat differently too. So not much has changed though, but at the same time, I've had to learn how to pace myself while my stomach overcompensates for the bowel that I create now. So make sure keep that in mind too. I mean, hey man, you're still in your 20s too, man. What you do right now is what's going to make your prime matter.
Right.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And believe you me, though, there's nothing better than there's one bad thing about maturing so fast, though. You sometimes forget how to be a kid again.
Yep.
So don't ever forget that. Been throwing some rub aether on my knees. Then I care to admit, feeling my age. Hey, Craig, I'll tell you one thing too, man. You and Jeff too, man. Agreeable. I started a supplement diet, a lot of cardio lifting, and changing my diet too. And a change of diet though does work too. It keeps you loose. It keeps you lighter too. But at the same time, like even if you're a big guy too, when you're healthy, people notice these things too, and you'll notice it as well. You're in a better mood. Your heart feels good too, and you don't get as tired. So that's why I tell people, always remember that though. Oh man. Anyway, I wanted to jump on here and just say hi to everybody too, man. I'm very, very rusty on this too. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and jump off here because I want to go make myself a snack too. And
Right.
I've got
9:50 right now. I'm gonna get myself to bed. Prep for
sure,
tomorrow.
man.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's nice
What do
talking
you
to
got?
get carbs. I'm a
What
dip.
do you got? What do you got going tomorrow?
I just got to get up early for the day and fix the sleep schedule, pretty much.
I understand.
If
I understand.
see if I can go back out for my exercises if the weather isn't too bad.
That's true. It is winter too. So, and you're you're in the Midwest too, right?
Yeah, Illinois side of St. Louis, Missouri.
Oh yeah. So yeah, you're in the middle of the cold right there, right in the middle of the fucking snow.
Oh, dude, Minnesota this year got like colder than Alaska, according to my buddy that lived up there. I was like, wow.
Holy shit.
Yeah. He's like, man, it was October. It was on Halloween. We got like a whole buttload of snow in my backyard. I was like, whoa.
God damn.
Yeah.
That's epic. All right. Well, hey man, just hey man, running helps everything too. Jeff, man,
Right.
hey man, good to see you too, man. And Craig, for we're all going to Netflix next week though. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go check. I'm gonna have to check it out though. I think it's good. I think it's good for for pro wrestling as well. Not to mention for WWE. Not to mention it's gonna be really good to see. It's gonna let the lighter schedule for wrestlers now to rest up though and then last longer too, because sustainability is everything. But yeah, on that note, I'm gonna go and jump out of here, y'all. I love every last one of y'all. Aiden, man, thanks for talking shop, man. I love you.
No problem. Whoop, whoop.
Woo woo, love you, brother. Too sweet. Peace. And everybody else here in the pot of positivity, I love every last one of y'all. Much love. Peace. God bless. We can do each other. I might jump on here just a little bit more often though. And I guess I just wasn't done with I guess I wasn't just done with the YouTube, I guess, you know what I mean? I guess I still had a lot more to give to, and honestly, whenever I was trying to say goodbye though, I probably wasn't in the best place too. So I'll go ahead and the day that day comes, I'm gonna be a little bit more. I guess you can say, I guess you can say, be ready to bring it out if that ever happens too. And it will happen eventually too. So I don't ever plan on ghosting anybody though. So on that note, I love y'all. Whoop, whoop. Peace.